Hi everyone, this is Yvette and welcome to my art studio. Today we're going to be having another watercolor, and this time we're going to be painting together this little winter town. Yes, I name it Little Winter Town. And yeah, we're going to have so much fun. I'm going to be sharing with you the brushes that we're going to be using and the painting. So let me flip the phone to start working with you guys. Thank you for coming. And if you liked, please leave me a comment if you want to ask me something, but this time I need to ask you if you can just sign at the bottom of your comment with your name. Like that I will know who's commenting. Okay, thank you guys. So let me flip the phone. So this is my painting. This is my paint. And this is a picture that we're going to be working together. Okay, if you're here, I would love to hear from you guys. Let me just grab my glasses. And it sounds good today with you guys. Okay, so let's start by sharing with you the color palette that we're going to be using today. But first I want to share with you something. You know that we can have so many different colors in our palette, and it's important to know exactly the color that you have set before. So I made this little color palette for me, this swatch, and still I need to be like finishing adding some colors. That's why some of the squares are empty, but by doing this I will know exactly the colors and where the colors are set in my palette color. Okay, so for today we're going to be using the purple, that is this one, the cerulean blue, we're going to be using a lemon yellow, also we're going to be using ultramarine and maybe a little bit of the phthalo blue. Also, I want to be using the burnt sienna. Of course, the black. I have my black in another container here. I have my black here. We're going to be using, you can use or white acrylic, white tempera, or you can use something that I really love to use, that is my Pro White. Just to make a little of, create a little snow and also some areas in the tree that we're going to be using. My credit card, I'm going to be changing a little bit the texture of this tree, the bark, but most of the time that's why we're going to be using the white. So also let me share with you my brushes. For the brushes, first I'm going to be tracing it. So this is a mechanical pencil that is HB. And then I have my regular eraser, and this eraser that is really good to take out the intense color of the pencil when we sketch. Then I have this for my background, and this is made by a squirrel hair, and just to be mopping the background and to create these big areas. Okay, then I have here my long number 6 by Bevel Touch Presenton, and I like this because I have a very nice point, long point. Then of course I have my number 2, same brand. I have a very thin brush to create all this little detail in the houses, and this is 18/0, and this is a short liner, and I have a long liner here with me as well. It's 3/0. This is a liner or a script, and this I use it to create these thin branches in my tree. Okay, so I think I'm set. Of course, we have here our green tape to use it to create the white frame, or as well you can use it to, instead to be using a white mask to protect the little houses and the tree, you can use the masking tape. So let's see what we're going to be doing here, and I'm going to start by tracing. First, let me tape it, and if you are here, I would love to hear from you. Let me just send this little heart. So I'm going to be taping it, into my board to keep it like stable, and also because I want to do a white frame. I'm going to be using today 300 grams Arches watercolor paper, one of my favorites to use, but you can use any watercolor paper that you have in your home just to practice. And more you practice, more you will feel the need to have a better quality paper. So when you're ready, I will recommend you to go and start using an Arches watercolor. Yeah, we decide, hi Beb, we decide today to do it in my fan page. Yeah, and the invitation I share is going to be in my fan page today because I wanna see and I wanna check on you guys if there is a big difference between have a live in YouTube or do it here in Facebook. So thank you for coming. You're the first one. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to be tracing some lines just to have an idea of the design. Okay, so I'm going to put aside this because I want you guys to have it as clean as is possible. Give me 1 second. I want to make it bigger. There you go. Okay. Yes. So let's start by sketching this design. Hi Chris. Hi Anna. Good to see you here. So the first thing I like to do is to find where is my horizon, where the little houses of the village is going to be. So if you see that my whole painting, if you divide it in two, halfway is going to be like here. So it's going to be a little like towards the bottom. So let me just put my picture here and let's do it something like this. And as this is snow, I want to have like a no straight line. Okay, let's have fun thinking how it's going to be this. Hola Ana, gracias por venir aquí. So now the next thing that I want to find is these two lines, these two angles, because by doing this you're going to have the concept of like perspective, you know, like this is far away from you and the tree is close by you. Okay, so I'm going to start by adding this line or this angle like this, and then the second one is going to be something like this. Okay, I want to just erase this extra line. If you're my patron, don't worry, I'm going to have the outline of this painting ready for you to print it and to transfer it to your watercolor paper. If you don't know how to transfer, there is a video on my YouTube channel that you can check it out to see easy, very simple and easy way to transfer a painting, a picture into your paper. So now I want to trace my tree. And it has a little angle, and from the bottom need to be thicker, and then towards the top of your page you need to start making it like thinner and thinner. Okay, so now I'm going to find my main branches. So it's going to be this, this, and this. And let me check on you guys. So far so good? Great. So my main branch is going to start here. And I'm going to just trace the idea, because by the time that I'm going to be painting it, I'm sure it's going to be different. But at least I will have like a main idea where I want to be adding colors and you know, try to have a plan. That, to be honest with you guys, when I want to have a plan, then the painting starts like like changing its own mind. It's like, sister, it's good that you have a plan, but sometimes the painting has its own life. Okay, another one here. So these branches need to start being like, if this part is thin, so these branches cannot be thick. So I'm going to make this thin branch. And what about another one here? Okay, these are the main branches. So I want to just erase this part that is inside. Okay. And now let's sketch a little bit our little houses. And now that I have here, I would like to make more like, there is a little level here of the snow. And I hope you are able to see the lines. So now I'm going to start by drawing the little houses. Okay, so I'm going to, my main house is going to be this one here. When I draw this type of houses, I remember when I was little one, maybe in the elementary school, when I used to do this type of drawings. So I really enjoy this. We have another one here in the back. This is like taller, 2-story. And I have this, an eraser. Let me just grab my thin eraser. This is a really nice because it's a very thin and it's like a pencil that you can control. And I am pushing a little bit, putting a little bit of pressure into the pencil for you guys to be able to see the design. But by the time that you are going to be doing it, please, I really recommend you to be very soft and gentle with your paper. Let me check on you. Sí, va a estar guardado en Facebook por 3 días y lo puedes ver después. Y voy a poner subtítulos en español en mi YouTube más tarde. Thank you for coming. Gracias por venir. So let's make another house. Hi, Jill. Another one is here. The roof. And a little one here as well. Just in case that you decide just because you need to use your pencil more strong, like putting more pressure, don't worry, because you will see how using this eraser we're going to soften the lines. Okay, here we can even decide which houses are like far away, which one are close together. And you can even have fun adding some like chimney. Let's add this as chimney. Just a tiny chimney like this. And if you have like a brush, it's better that to use the hand, because then you're going to be like putting this like graphite color into your paper that you don't want to have. Okay, so here I think we're done. You can add more houses as you wish, and what I'm going to be doing now, I'm going to be like softening these lines. Okay, hi Chris. Are you talking to me, Jill? Yeah, I had like you know, this time of the year I don't know if I have allergies or I start a little like cold, or the another thing that thank God I didn't have. I don't want even to call it. I feel better, so I don't know if you was asking me or Chris or somebody else. We just need to take care of ourselves and take as much as we can our vitamins, right? That's what I'm doing. So here, guys, you will see how the eraser is going to start like grabbing the excess of the graphite, and it's going to be a more smooth and like lighter color. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so now I have my 2 glasses of water, one for clean water and the second one to clean my brushes. So it's really important to have 2 glasses of water, and as I tell my students, if you're inside your clean water, you cannot add a little fish and this fish be alive. That means that it's time for you to change your water. It's really important when you decide to mix a clean water, need to be clean water, because whatever is in the water is going to be into your paper. So I'm going to start by applying, I'm going to use this. I'm going to start by applying clean water, and for my pigments it's good to activate it before. So I'm going to activate the yellow, that is my lime yellow. Then my cerulean blue. Yes, we were a little like oops concerned, because a lot of people are getting sick for you know what. I'm going to add a little bit as well into my green. I have my Hooker's green here and my permanent green here. This is for my black, and I'm going to move the black now until we start working the tree. I don't want to have it close to me. And for the browns, I have here my browns. Remember to have your color palette close to you, okay? So my burnt sienna with water, and my Payne's gray, and my blues, ultramarine, and my phthalo blue. Okay, so I think everything is wet now. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just to work the background. Something that you can do again is to apply the white mask into the tree or apply masking tape. The way to apply the masking tape is just cut it in half like this and start like really blocking all the trunk like this, all the trunk. Okay, this is one way. And for the little houses, the same. You can apply masking tape or you can apply the white mask. And let's apply the white mask like that. You guys will see how it works. So for the white mask, I want to do it without the white mask, but you know guys, it's better for you guys to see how it works. So I have a very thin brush. Hi Holly. And I'm going to apply some soap to protect the little brush. You can do it everything by hand. Just be careful if you decide to not use masking tape or the white mask. Just be careful when you're painting the background. Do not paint the trunk and the little houses. So I'm going to add around the little houses. And when you will be peeling the white mask, sometimes, and most of the times I want to say, the pencil is going to disappear. So you're going to be need like to trace a little bit again. But don't worry. It's part of the, part of the painting. So I'm going to go all around. So are you visiting today? Are you watching today? And then you're going to try to paint it? I would like to hear from you guys. And around the trunk. I was reading that you guys has a lot of winter wind in the north of the United States. I hope you guys are like protect. So I'm going to go outside the lines, inside the lines. And I don't need to go inside the trunk because I'm going to be careful when I will be applying the background. But by doing this, it's going to be easier for you to paint everything. So we'll add in each of these lines because each one is going to have its own color. And we're going to be peeling it by the time that we will need to add the correct color on each of these how you say, hills, little mountains. It's like a valley. And I'm not worried about the little thin branches because that are going to be black, and we're going to be using our liner or script. So now let me just clean my brush, and this is something that I will recommend you to do when you finish using your white mask. Always try to clean it, because this product is going to kill the bristle of your brush. Okay, so now I need to wait a little bit this to get dry, and then we're going to start wetting the background, and I'm going to be adding this I'm going to be working with paper to create these white clouds, and then the bottom here, if you can see, there is like a greenish, like is something there, and with these little tiny lines I use my piece of credit card that we're going to be using as well. Okay, so let me check on your comments to give time to the white mask to dry. Hi Marvin, hi Sheila, good to see you here. Thank you guys for coming. You are working well, and good to see that. Hi Alison. So I'm having my coffee. What about you guys? Let me share this with you. This is so much fun. Yesterday I was painting and getting ready for February, and I was doing this painting, and something was missing. It's like, oh, I'm missing something, some color. And then I grabbed my coffee and I saw the color, and guess what I did? Yes, I add coffee to my painting. Let me show you which one was. So like, oh, now I like it just by adding that color. So yeah, next month guys, I'm going to share with you how we can be using everything. Okay, let me just look for my, okay, 1 second. Okay. And also something I want to share with you guys today is about this color wheel, but just for watercolor. So just give me 1 second. I'm looking for that paint. And of course, when you need it, you cannot find it. It's in front of me. Murphy Law, right? Okay, let me share this with you guys. This is the one. So I don't know if you can see this color. It's like a cream. Well, it's a cream. It's coffee with cream. This is the painting that I was checking for and putting together for February. You know, you can use any thin brush, but I will recommend you to have that brush specific for the white mask. This is a synthetic. I like to use synthetic, very thin brush. Just have one brush and even put like a masking tape color or nail polish, something that you know this is just for that. Let me show you. Well, this is drying. For next month, we're going to be painting some for Valentine's Day, some gnomes. I have this, and I just finished these guys. Okay, also we're going to still working more serious our backgrounds, and we have this as well. So I had been like putting together some pictures for you guys, and of course for next month we're going to have still our acrylic and our in our canvas. Like for instance, next week I'm going to be painting this in acrylic for you guys to come over, and next month I'm going to be painting. Let me take out my microphone. Give me 1 second. This painting and acrylic as well, and we're going to be working the moon. Okay, so yeah, we are going to be busy, guys, so thank you for coming today, and it's almost done, so just for finishing my talking, I want to share with you what I get. I get this watercolor wheel, and it's the same color wheel as the other one. The difference is that you can see what happened when you add, like for instance, water to your paint. So if you add water, this is the color that you're going to get. If you add black, if you add blue, if you add yellow, and if you add red into any of the colors. So it's different than the regular. It has more texture, and it's good for you to know the difference between the hue, the value, and the intensity of the color. And how we have here the natural grace and what happens when you add your grace. Okay, so yes, this is new for me, and I feel like, okay, I'm going to share with the girls. Okay, we're ready. Let me check your comments before start working the background. Oh, thank you, Jill. Yeah, it's a pleasure for me. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Marvin. Thank you, Holly. Thank you, guys. Okay, let's keep moving. So I'm going to be using my number 1 mop. And what I'm going to do first, I'm going to wet the background. Be careful that your brush is clean. You know how many times I have this problem that my brush is not clean, and I will add a color that I was not planning into the paper. So I'm wetting. That's why it's really important to use a nice watercolor paper, because like that you will have enough time to blend your colors when you're doing backgrounds. Okay, so I'm using the light of my lamp to check that everything has water. And I'm ready, and I'm going to start by applying the lemon yellow into the middle and in that diagonal way. Look at this, like this. And remember, guys, whatever you add, the color is going to be lighter as soon as it's dry. So don't be afraid of to add color, okay? I'm going to clean my brush, and then I'm going to grab a little bit of my light blue. And I'm going to add here. I'm going to clean my brush, and I want to add some of the purple. I want to be careful to not go inside the trunk, and be careful to not go inside the little houses. Here I want to have blue, because I don't want to have this muddy color between the purple and the little yellow. So I want to have that transition, more purple here, a little bit here. So now I want to move my paper and I can see where I missed some water here. Okay, because I want this yellow to mix. Let me just clean my brush because I'm missing some color here. So I'm going to grab more of the yellow, light yellow. There you go. And I want to move the paper. I love to see how the watercolors start moving around. And when you feel you're ready, let me just keep moving. I recommend you to clean the excess of the water to avoid to have the broccoli effect. So I'm going to flip my painting just to clean the excess of the water here and here. That would help to the painting a lot. So now guys, I want you to grab a clean paper and make this little like ball, and I want you to make some clouds by pulling out the paint. You can create this effect of clouds. Okay, maybe another one here. Close to the bottom, the clouds need to be thinner, okay? Okay, I think for that is enough. So now we have two options. We can dry it with our hair dryer in cold water. In cold air. Or if you want to use it, you need to flip your page and do it this way. Like that you will protect the color, because the heat of the hair dryer, it can damage the color. It can like a really take out more than normal color. That's why if you can leave it alone and start a new painting while this is waiting, while you are waiting to get dry, I really recommend you to do that. So for that, I want to paint this part, then this, and then this. Let's try as much as we can to leave the watercolor to get dry. And you know, I'm checking my painting, and now that it's wet, sorry, this is my artist brain, I'm going to create this effect. Yes, so for that I want to grab first my permanent green with water, and I want to add some dots of the permanent green in the bottom. Dot, 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 tap, 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 tap it, tap it, tap it. We can even change now our brush. Let's change for our 6 long. Okay, so let me grab more of my permanent green, because we are going to tap, we're going to go in the top of the little houses like this. Yay. And this is important, that your paper need to be wet to be able to do this effect. Okay, and if you notice, I am now moving my brush, I'm just tapping. Now I'm going to grab a little bit of my hocker's green, and I'm going to go in the bottom. Tap, tap, tap in the bottom. I want to have the 2 greens very clear. If you cannot see it, let's clean my brush, and I want to grab a little bit of my Pines Gray, and I want to add dot. See, the Pines Gray is a color that is like, hello, I'm here, so we need to be careful. But now I can see the difference of the colors. Tap, 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 and leave it alone. Okay, so the next is we're going to use, you can use the crystal pen or this part of a card, a debit card, credit card, whatever plastic card you have. The crystal pen, the point is not very thin like this one. So what we're going to do now is, with this part of the card, I'm going to do some lines, and I'm going to like really I don't want to say damage the paper, like mark. That's the best way to do it. Mark the paper with some lines, okay? So let's do it. So I'm going to remove my sweater and let's start making some like branches. You can wait to get a little drier, but not too much, because you want to see you want to have the wet of the watercolor, but at the same time you want to wait a little bit to get dry, like that you will be able to see what you're doing. Maybe you're not going to be able to see it, but as soon as it's dry, I will show with you how it looks, okay? Okay, and now we're going to leave it alone, and when it gets like drier, if I want to go back, I can take advantage and just add more little branches. Okay, so far so good, guys. Oh, thank you, Heather. Yes, we need just to jump to start like painting, guys. You don't need to have that many things. But you know, I was reading the other day, there is two types of hobbies, and I feel I have that one too. One hobby is to buy everything you need actually to do it, and the another one hobby is to buy everything and collect everything. So I feel that sometimes with my quilt things, I have everything. And if you ask me, how many quilt have you like finishes in the last 4 years? 0, none. Okay, so now I'm going to be wetting this part because I want this to wait to get dry. I'm going to be careful. Do not mix the colors. And then we're going to come back and I'm going to peel this part of the white mask. Let me tell you why. Because I want the snow, just the bottom part, okay? I want the snow to be very close of the little houses. So before wetting this part, please peel this part of the white mask. Finger is not 100% clean, so learn through my mistakes. Clean your finger before removing the white mask. Okay, that's enough. So I'm going to wet this part. And now I'm going to use light blue, that is my cerulean blue. I'm going to take out the excess of the paint because I just want to move this color like this. Very soft and gentle. A little more of this blue. And I want to grab a little bit of my permanent green with a lot of water because I want to add some of this color. Very soft and gentle here and here. We're going to create the path, but later on, not now. Little bit here and here. I'm going to clean my brush. I'm going to grab a little bit with a lot of water of my violet. I'm going to clean a little bit my brush, and I can even add some violet here, some purple, sorry, no violet, purple. So I'm going to clean my brush, and I'm going to swap the color here a little bit. By doing this, I'm peeling the color, and I'm going to leave it alone. So now I want to take out the next, this part, here we have still wet. Okay, so I'm going to use my hair dryer just because of the glass, but guys, for you, use cold hair or leave it alone, okay? Okay, so I'm going to clean my finger now. I'm going to remove this. Remember, I told you that sometimes the white mask will peel the pencil, that you need to like do it again. It's normal. Okay. And I will read your comments in a second. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave this because I want to paint this part. And let me read to you guys. Thank you, babe. Yeah, you need to just, sometimes art it looks like a little intimidating, but it's not. I think everything about art is just to, like, when you jump, that's how I see art. Okay, let me show you. When you jump to a swimming pool in summer, that you are not sure that it's going to be cold or it's going to be, warm. You just want to jump into the swimming pool. I think art is like that, guys, for me. Good thing of the art is that who said it's good and bad? Who can tell you, oh, this looks nice, or oh no, this is bad? I'm going to grab a little bit of light blue again. Very soft and gentle. I'm going to grab a little bit of the purple. And I want to grab a little bit of ultramarine blue. Let me grab, the ultramarine blue is this one. You want to change the colors. And I like the ultramarine blue because it has this little tone of purple. And a little bit in the bottom here. And look how I'm moving my brush. By doing this, I'm like making these like shadows that I want represent, like this part of the snow is going down. So now I'm going to clean my brush again, and I want to grab a little bit of the green that I have here, my permanent green that is a light green, and just some strokes. Clean my brush. I want to grab blue. Well, let's clean the brush again, and I'm going to wet. Oh, wait. Let's peel this part. And I'm going to dry this part because I want to peel the white mask here, okay? Give me 1 sec. Okay, so I'm going to keep cleaning the white mask. And the part of the trunk, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to take it out when I'm ready to paint the trunk. I'm going to wet it. And we're going to be adding some bushes. If you see the picture here, we're going to add a dry paper with wet, some bushes here and bushes here, some little tiny pine trees here, and we're going to then work the little houses. So stay with me. So a little bit of the blue first, and I'm going to use this part of my brush. By doing that, I'm going to leave some areas in white of the paper. So this part needs to be like straight blue, and then want to again use this part of my brush because I want to give more texture with water to my light blue. Again with this part of my brush. You don't want to have that much of the paint. Okay, I'm going to wait this part to get dry, but now I'm going to be using green to create more like pines in the background here and here. So I'm going to be using my tinting brush. I'm going to wet it. I'm going to go with a little bit of my Hawker's green and Payne's gray, mixing it. Using your new computer, good, Janie. Nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this hand to protect my other hand because this is still wet. And now I want to just add some lines here. Of my, pine trees. Some of them are dry because it's a very hard winter. This part is very subtle. And let me just do something. I want to do zoom in like that you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to use my pinky. So you can use your credit card, you can use the plastic card, not credit card, the plastic card. You can use a liner brush, you can use very thin brush, script brush. This is the tip of the trees. And here I want to use some of the light green. Because I want to add a pine. So I'm going to make my line. And remember, tap, 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 tap. I can even change my brush for something bigger. I'm going to be using my number 6 long run. So one pine is here. Tap, 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 tap. Here are some bushes. And there is another one here, smaller. some back and forth with my brushes. And there is another one here, even bigger. So I'm going to wait this to get dry to add more color, but now I'm going to add some bushes here with the same green. That is my permanent green, that is light green, like apple green. I am tapping, tapping, tapping. And as it's winter, here we're going to be adding some, let me clean my brush. I'm going to add some of ochre that I have here. See, that's what I tell you before, I didn't mention, but now we're going to use a yellow ochre. If I just touch the paper as it's still wet for the green, so it's going to be blending super nice. I want to grab more to add here. To leave it alone, I want to clean my brush. I want to grab again my permanent green, that is my lightest green, and I want to add some, again, bushes here and there. Tap, 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 tap. I love Bob Ross when he used to say, a happy tree, a happy bush. Okay, tap, 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 making some texture, leaving some areas without paint, and we're going to come back with the yellow ochre. Okay, here we are going to add as well. Clean my brush, clean water, yellow ochre here, and add some ochre because it's winter. Some leaves are already dead. And now I want to wait these two to get dry because I want to add another color, and if when it's dry you can leave this stamp very nice. So while this is waiting, we can start painting our little houses. So let me clean my brush, and for the little houses I'm going to need clean water with my light blue, and let me check on you guys. So far so good. Thank you for staying, guys. So I'm adding a little bit of blue, my cerulean blue. This is dry, so I can use my hand, so I want to be very slow, adding in the left side of the roof, and then I'm going to move the paint. By adding clean water, you can move paint like this. Here we have a little bit of the white mask. There you go. And I'm going to change with my little tiny brush. Okay, so I'm going to add the color. I'm going to be working with my Payne's gray and the shadow. So this part with water. We want this light Payne's gray, and this part of the house is shadow. So because the sun is this way, so we need to add this shadow in all the little houses. Okay, my brush. Let's keep adding. This one has this big shadow here. With a little bit of water, I'm helping the paint to move. More Payne's gray. And let's add here. A little bit of water. More Payne's gray at the bottom. Oops. Here we have two windows. So I need to go around. Let me clean my brush. And let me check on you guys. So far, this is a little long class, so yes, hang out with me to be able to see how I finish it. Oops, a big drop. Remember the happy accident? So I have a little piece of paper here that I can just peel. So I want to go super light here. And I want to move the paint. Okay. This is a super small brush. Yeah, I like to go in detail, and more you wait, like you can be like really working small portions of the paint. Like what I'm doing here, I'm going to grab a little bit of my Hawker's green because I want to control better this part of the root. There you go. See? It's like a going slow. Let me grab a little bit of my permanent green. And I can make little bushes, the tip of a tree you can see here. Okay, a little bit of the hooker's green here. Just to define better your lines. And we need to give time to get dry. Clean my brush, and I'm going to grab a little bit of this red. This red is more like you call it Windsor red, but it's like very light, no intense red, because I want to paint the doors with this red. Yeah, watercolor is about giving time. We need to give time to the watercolor to dry, to keep adding or glazing, layering or glazing and layering is the same. All these red doors. I remember when I was growing up, I used to say, when I will have my own home, I'm going to have a red door. Never happened. What about you guys? Which color is the door of your house? Okay, this is dry. And I'm going to put a bandana because my hair is in my face. So give me 1 second. Sorry for the noise. Okay, much better. So process. So we can start working the tree. For that, I'm going to go back with my long run and let me check on you. Good. So I'm going to grab 2 colors. First, I'm going to prepare my burnt sienna. And then I want to have a light gray. So I have here my black. Remember? So I'm going to grab a little bit of my black to have this light gray. And then we're going to be using dark gray. So first, I'm going to grab my light gray. Red door on my house. Now it's black, silver, and glass. Oh, but it used to be red. All house was blue, gray, and had a red door. Nice. See, I don't know. I feel like red doors they're interesting doors. So I'm using dry paper. So I'm adding the whole trunk with this light. I can even use more water to move the color. All around the main branches. And now I want you guys to grab a little bit of your black and mix it with the light green, because I want you with the tip, let me take out, with the tip of your brush to go first into the left side of your trunk, Barely I'm touching the paper, and I am allowing the watercolor to spread. We have a drop here. Then load your brush and go on the right side. More black. Oh, so let me just do something, guys, now, because of the trunk. You need to see the complete trunk. Sorry. There you go. So yes, what I did was I tap it in my left side like this, and then I went back in my right side like this. And I'm leaving alone the watercolor to spread. Some areas are going to be darker than others. So that's why it's important to use this type of paper that is going to allow you to keep adding color. Okay. So now I'm going to clean my brush because I want to grab a little bit of, you can even mix it with yellow ochre. Okay, when you're ready, come back and add some dots with this brown. Whatever you feel that your tree has this color. Yep. And now with my thin brush, I want to go back and grab a little bit of black with less water now. Less water. I have it here, my black, remember? So I can come back and I'm going to be doing the same left side and right side. And I want you to see how the colors are blending beautiful. And with your black you can even do some lines like this. And if this is too straight, so I want to just move it a little bit. I'm just tapping around. So in this point you have the light gray, dark gray, the burnt sienna with ochre. Here I can see it's not moving anymore, so grab your brush. We have an accident here. With clean water, and I'm going to wet it. Make some marks in the bark and then tap beside the black. It's coming along. Slow process maybe, but if you have time to sit, I'm going to wet my brush. I want to go with the black. Okay. Here, tap, tap, tap. Move the black. Don't be afraid. Ta 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 ta. And here, you can even have a little branch here coming out. Tiny one. Before start adding my branches, I want to finish this part. So let me clean my brush and check on you guys. Thank you, Heather. Your house is black and white. Oh, very modern. So I'm going to grab a little bit of my ochre green. So I'm going to move my black here. Ochre's green. And I'm going to just tap some areas here to see is this enough. I'm going to go back to my 6 long run, and in the bottom of this heel, tap 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 dots. So when you're painting a tree, the bushes of tree or the bushes, the leaves of a tree or bushes, you need to have at least 3 colors: your lighter, your medium, and your darker one. Why? Because you need to have contrast. A good painting is the one who has contrast. So I mix my ochre's green with my Payne's gray, because in this part I want to add more of this color. Tap tap tap. You don't want to cover what is in the background, okay? But you want to add contrast. It's really important to add contrast. Clean your brush, straight ochre's green, and now this part. Tap 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 tap. And this part. So I want to see the permanent green, the light green. I want to see the yellow ochre. I want to see my burnt sienna. The bottom always is going to be darker, so let's use the black, the Payne's gray with the ochre's green that we have for this part that is in the bottom. Clean my brush, regular ochre's green here. Okay. So we're working, by doing this, we're giving, we're feeling more the distance, okay? So with my tiny one, I'm going to be using the mix that I have here. And let me check on you. Yeah, good memories, right? So I'm going to give some texture into the pine, so make your line. These 3 little pines here need to have shadows, and I'm just adding some shadow to in the bottom. Like, okay, there is another branch here. Ta 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 ta. More of this color. My second little tiny pine here. Okay. Then we're going to add some snow here, so that's why we need to have the contrast of this dark green. Okay. So just missing some little like branches in the background. Some are trees, some just branches. Okay, so far so good, guys. Let me check on you. Thank you, it's looking good. So now I want to move to use my script liner. Okay, I'm going to wet it and I'm going to use my black. So I have here my black. I'm going to use this mix and I'm going to load the brush, and then I'm going to take out like the excess of the paint, and I'm going to start adding branches, all these little tiny branches. Okay, let's start from the bottom, and remember, be careful, this is wet. So ta-da-ta-ta. In some areas there are like no branches, but there are little pieces that came out. Maybe this branch got broken. I don't know the story of this tree, but we know that in spring has a little area where all these beautiful birds come. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to move a little bit close to me. And sometimes the branches go that way and there is another tree. So why not one branch is coming from your left side, And from the bottom they're coming down. Let me load my brush again. And this brush, it's really nice. I will recommend you if you want to invest in something, because it's make your life easier. Well, for me it was wow. I don't know how I was doing it before. Okay, so let me just add Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my plastic, and then we're going to come back to the houses. We didn't finish it yet, okay? I'm going to clean this area because we want to be using it right here. You can use acrylic, you can use a Pro White, whatever works good for you. So this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to load my plastic this way, and I'm going to place, I'm going to start in my right side, doing like this, and then moving it to, dragging towards you. To create this texture. Very soft. And now I want to flip my picture because I want to do it another way. It's like a glaze in a cake. Okay, so let's go back. And let me just revisit this area. Here we have a little bit. And with my liner, I'm very clean. I can go back and grab a little bit of my white acrylic or your Pro White, whatever works good for you. Need to be very clean. I'm going to load my brush with clean water and white, and I'm going to start adding some lines where I feel the snow is there. And if you need to add more white, this is a good time. I noticed when the background is darker, it's easier to see the white. But even though I want to add some white lines here. Okay. So let's finish the little houses. I'm going to go back with my tiny brush, and I'm going to grab some of my lightest blue that I have it here, cerulean blue, and just be careful. Okay, and I'm going to add some of my cerulean blue. I'm going to make some texture and lines. Clean my brush. And I'm not worried about the blue on the root, because I'm going to go back and add some white. We have the chimney here. Clean my brush, add some clean water, and I'm blending it. More light blue. Clean water and blend it. Okay. So now with my Payne's gray with water, I want to add some texture into the wood of the little houses. So and keep adding the effect of the wood. Here we're missing a red door. More lines. And I'm adding, let me do this to you. I'm zooming out in, sorry, the little houses. Yeah, details are important, right? Because first it's like you just paint the colors, and then more time pass, then is when you start seeing all the details. So I'm just adding water to the paint. more little cerulean blue. And with the same cerulean blue, I'm going to make some lines. This part of the houses that are lighter, still they have wood. Just I need to be careful here because it's still wet, but I can be adding to this part. Here we're missing a red door. Clean my brush. More of the blue. And here we need a Payne's gray for this shadow. So I want to use the ultramarine blue. To add some shadow in the bottom of this angle of the houses, the roof. Just a little bit. And remember guys, it's better to start with a little amount, and then if you want more color, then you have enough space to keep adding color. A little chimney. Still my ultramarine blue. And I can grab my Payne's gray. And let me check with you guys. Yes, exactly. These are like tiny ones. I decided to go a little bigger because it's going to be easier for me to show you how I'm doing it. So all depends what you want to do. This is your project. So all these windows are going to helping us to define better the little houses. Oops, too much. So I add some water just to blend and make some lines and shadow here. I need to be careful to touch the area that is wet. Oops. This is wet. As soon as I told you, bound. Did you see how the color move? Payne's gray is my go for it. Here I need the light blue. Here I need the light blue too. I'm going to grab a little bit of the Hawker's green because I want to have separation here. Okay. More windows. I'm thinking to make another window here. Okay, so with the darker red, I just want to go and add some shadow into my red doors. Clean my brush, Payne's gray again. Oops. Remember, everything is going to be darker as soon as I get dry. Darker, sorry, lighter. You know, when I am super concentrate, sometimes words doesn't come easy. Okay, I am almost done here. And then I'm going to add the white. But I want you to see that how I went back and forth with the colors. And by giving time to the colors to dry, it's going to look even much better. Okay guys, so let me add some of the white. We have here our acrylic. So at the bottom like this, and then move it. Let's do it again. And then drag the paint. Add water. I don't want to cover everything of the root, but I want to give the idea that there is snow. By adding this part with white, you're going to be helping the paint and the eye to understand what's going on. And also in this part. And drag the paint. Clean water. The bottom. And then drag the paint. With the tip of my brush. Okay, so here in this little dot, we're missing a little bit of color, no dot, this area, so I'm going to add a little bit of the blue. And then a little bit of my purple. With water. A little bit more of water. Okay, so now I'm going to change my brush. I'm going to grab again white. And here I'm going to make these straight lines. Clean water. Is the path small here and then bigger. Okay, clean your brush. I'm going to grab a little bit of the blue again. And I'm going to add some lines first like this. Then clean your brush, take out the excess of the water and drag the blue. Again, small. And big. Okay, I'm going to grab more white. Okay, So the last thing I want to be doing, you know, I need more white. Now that I see the paint, we're almost done. Here I want to add more white. Shadows, okay, with the purple. Clean your brush with a light purple. So we know the shadows are in this part, right? Oh, now we need to put more purple shadow here. So anyway, so that means the color is coming this way. The light is this way. So we need to add a shadow here. Let's go this way. Okay. And then grab a little more. And we can add some shadows here. And some shadows here. And here. Okay, with the same color, you can even add some shadows in this part and here. And I need to add, this part need to be shadow. Okay, with the left that I have of my purple, I'm just adding a little color into the houses. And with my liner, I'm going to use Payne's Gray. I want to add some, let me just go back and zoom out. There you go. With my Payne's Gray. Payne's Gray. And I think, guys, we are done. Yeah, I think we're done, guys. So let me just clean this, move this, because I want you guys to have the two pictures, the two paintings to compare. Okay, so this is it. And let me off this and this. There you go. Why? Well, you can tell, guys, I'm still trying to figure out this program, but here we have. So we can add snow, and remember, by adding, like, with your any brush and water, you can grab again White Pro. You can grab your acrylic paint. But when you are adding snow, it's really important the liquid. Look how much water it has. So using another, and we just need to tap. And by doing this, bigger your brush it is, bigger the snowflakes are. Smaller the brush, smaller the snowflakes. When I do this, my glasses and my face, I end with all these little white spots. Okay, that's it. So, any thoughts, any question, please let me know. It's time for you. If you want to ask me something, now is the best time ever. So let me just peel this like that we can see the white frame. Okay, look at this, guys. We did it. Okay, you can add more snow, less snow, whatever works good for you. But this is it. So let me check on your comments. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like it, Heather. Thank you so much for coming today, guys. This video is going to stay in my website and in my fan page and in the painting group for the next 3 days. Then it's going to be direct in the art gallery and my website. So if you like this painting, take advantage and do it and share in the group or share with me. I would love to see it if you decide to do it. And I will ask you, please like this video, make more comments, like that Facebook is going to be helping us to show to more people. So remember, next week we're going to be painting the red barn and acrylic. So thank you so much for coming today, guys. And remember, we're here to paint together and to become a better artist every day. I love you guys so much for coming. See you. Bye-bye.